Hey, what's up, guys? Kyle got the video. Today, I want to do my What If series. What if Naruto had a sister, part 12. um, in the previous part, in part 11, we seen Akashi, Jiraiya was talking about Akashi about there's the Akatsuki were going after Naruto and Naruto. Mostly Jiraiya was technically was going to teach Naruto the jutsu there. Naruto didn't want to go at first, but she did. Um, because Dry said he was going to teach Naruto ninjutsu, and technically Naruto went because of that. And technically the Itachi was fighting Akashi there, and then he was actually saying something about Akashi was actually saying to Itachi there, saying they're gonna going. Technically, Itachi was going after Naruto and Naruto there. That still happens. Um, Finally, they get to the hotel. Itachi knocks on the door, and then Kisame saying these are the brats we're looking for. Naruto, like in the original series, walks out with them and stuff like that. And then Naruto was trying to get Naruto in, and technically failed there. Sasuke does that same thing in the original series, trying to kill his brother, and he still gets pinned by the wall. Naruto was trying to save him, but technically, fucking uh, Kisame blocked her attack, and frickin' Darius came and saved the day. They dipped. Um, Technically, Guy still kicks Darius in the face, and technically, that was going on with that stuff there. In part 11, also Jiraiya was actually saying something about, or telling Naruto was saying something about the Nine Tails inside of them, and they named him, and it was Kurama and stuff like that. So, that was in part 11. So I was going to part 12 there. Mostly in part 12. We left off on the what if there, what if Naruto had a sister. We see Naruto and Naruto and Jiraiya there. Mostly they're saying why those men were after us and stuff like that. Naruto and Naruto was actually saying that to Jiraiya there. And then he's like, you have the both of the tail beasts inside of you and stuff like that. So, and then they're not after you; they're after the beasts are inside of you and stuff like that. And they're like, and Naruto was like actually picking that up pretty quickly there, like versus like in the original series, but Naruto didn't even know there why they're going after him and stuff. Technically, he's like Naruto was like, well, the beast is inside of us. You're talking about the beast is. You're talking about the Nine Tails there, right? And he's like, how you picked up that pretty quickly, stuff like that. So Naruto was actually explaining there what actually happened there, saying, yeah, we actually had the beast is inside of us the whole time there, and mostly she actually had a feeling there and stuff like that when Naruto was in the line of waves and he activated his Nine Tails the first time. Technically Naruto kind of filled that presence there and stuff like that, where she technically noticed there was something wrong. And then she met the Nine Tails and stuff like that. And mostly she said the Nine Tails' name is Karma and stuff like that. He's like, Karma there. You named him and stuff like that. Troy was like, oh, you named the beast inside of you and stuff like that. And then and then she's like, no, that's his actual name and stuff like that. They're like, oh, okay. And the two Karmas were like, okay, and stuff like that. So that was going on with that stuff there. So Jiraiya was teaching. They mostly get to the town there. Mostly, technically, stuff that happens the same there. Naruto and Naruto were technically spending the day together and stuff like that. Mostly they're technically spending the day together and stuff, hanging around and stuff like that around the village and stuff. And Jiraiya was technically looking for Tsunade. Well, technically he was not really looking for Tsunade. He was just technically takes Naruto's wallet there and technically spend it on himself there. And technically they're like, hey, and stuff like that, we can't get nothing and stuff. And then technically he goes to the bathhouse there. The guy gets all pissy, like in the original series. He's like, what the fuck? There, you had to pay your tab and stuff like that. He's like, come on, man, I'm on. He's like, I'm just relaxing here. I'm just having my day off and stuff like that. That's what fucking guy was saying and shit. He's like, bullshit, you have to fucking pay me now. And then um, Naruto and Narco like, they're like, hey, step away from him and stuff like that. And then he's like, this old man's going down and stuff like that. So he comes right at fucking Jiraiya. Jiraiya uses the Rasengan. Boom! Hits the motherfucker out of his fucking way there. When he hit the motherfucker out of his way, they're like, Naruto and Naruto are like, wait, what he did that guy? You just made him go like into a pinwheel and smash him on the ground and stuff like that. They're like, Jiraiya was like, this is the jutsu I'm gonna teach you guys. So when that was going on with that there, so technically they do the water balloon technique. So most of them is gonna explain this pretty quickly there, so this won't be too long. So mostly the Jiraiya gives Naruto and Naruto technically the water balloon there. It was going in one direction there and stuff like that. So technically Naruto, technically learned that how to do the balloon pretty quickly because technically Naruto actually did it first there. She kind of like did her chakra there, and it popped the balloon. So it made all like the water go in and thing. Something in the original series where Naruto didn't learn that and he just kind of made it going round and round until a cat kind of knew that there. Technically this time Naruto kind of did there and actually popped the balloon there, and Naruto kind of followed her same method there, and it actually worked there. And then they get to the rubber ball technique there. Most of the rubber ball one took him a while to actually master it there. Naruto was trying to learn it there, and then it hurts their fucking hands. They're like, oh shit, this fucking hurts there and shit like that. Technically, it hurts their hands and stuff like that, and technically they actually do the finger touch like in the original series, like Naruto does the finger touch there and pop the ball. Technically, Naruto actually got the ball popping down first there before Naruto did. So he actually taught Naruto how to do it there. It took him like 3 weeks to actually get the jutsu down and stuff like that. So technically Naruto kind of knows how to do it there, but not completely perfect there. Same with Naruto there because they both have the Nine Tails in them. They technically do the Rasengan technically equally there. They both can actually do the Rasengan pretty equally there and stuff like that. So that was going on with that stuff there. So they both get it down. They're heading off to find Tsunade there. Mostly when they are heading off to find Tsunade there and stuff like that. The same spit with Orochimaru and Kabuto actually landed with them first still happens and stuff like that in the original series. So I don't have to explain that too much there with it. Mostly Naruto, Jiraiya, Naruto, and Naruto actually go to the drink where Tsunade was suddenly at there. They go in, technically, they're like, we're hungry and stuff like that. Naruto and Naruto are like, yeah, we're hungry and stuff like that. We need to get some grub and stuff. And like, oh, we can go in here and stuff. They're like, why in here and stuff like that? This is like a bar and shit. So technically they walk in there, and then like in the original story, you see fucking Jiraiya's like Tsunade and stuff like that, and then freaking Jiraiya was like, or Tsunade's like, Jiraiya, what are you doing here? She's like, what are you doing here and stuff like that, and then she's like, oh wait, you actually have little friends there now. Okay, okay there and stuff like that, and then she was like, these are Naruto Uzumaki and Naruto Uzumaki was telling them about that, and then Tsunade was like, they're like, these are the two, these are like, these kids know how to do have the nine tails in him, and she's kind of like saying that in her head and stuff like that. And then technically, like in the original story, freaking Dry was actually asking Tsunade there to be the Hokage there. Technically, also in the original series, she's like, "This is a fool's game." There, technically the Hokage is like a fool's game and stuff like that. Why in the fuck I want that job and shit like that. Yeah, she she was saying that there. She's like, "Why in the fuck I want that job and stuff like that." It's a fool's game, and technically she's like there. She was also putting down like in the third and like in the original series, like yeah, she's like the third there. He was worthless there. He didn't do nothing there. He kind of failed his village there, died and shit. And then freaking and then freaking Naruto was like and stuff like that. And then Naruto actually steps up there and actually said, "Who you give off there?" Calling the third a bad Hokage and stuff like that. She's like, "You're no Hokage there. You're just a worthless." She's like, "You're a worthless piece of." She's like, she called her like a bitch there. She's like, "You are a fucking bitch there," and stuff like that. And then Tsunade was like, she's like, "What the fuck you said?" She's like, "What this?" She's like, "What you say, brat?" And stuff like that. And then Naruto jumps into the mix there, and she's like, "Yeah, you're just a bitch," and stuff like that. And technically, Naruto beat his ass if he actually said that to anybody else. But technically, in this situation, there she was acting like one, so so it was okay that technically she was not gonna like totally gonna scold Naruto for that. Naruto's not gonna totally scold Naruto for that. Therefore, saying that, but at this point, but yeah, so she's like she's like, "You brats there." And I was like, "You brats there. You want to take me on there?" And stuff like that. They're like, "Yeah, we're going to fucking take you on," and stuff like that. So she's like, "I'm going to use one finger in Naruto and Naruto. Yeah, we're going to take you on." So when that was going on with that, they're ready to fight there. And technically, Jiraiya was Spindizer, and I'm gonna do this one thing. I'm gonna take you out with one finger, like in the original story and stuff. So, technically they attacked there. Naruto, uh, attacked there with shadow clones there, and technically they fell like in the fell there. But Naruto used the shadow striking snake there. She's like, "Shadow striking snake," and then and then grabs her arm, and she like, "Huh, you learn from that." She's like, "Where you got that move from that one that fucking snake bastard?" And she's like, she's like, "No," and Narco's like, "No." She's like, "I didn't learn that from that snake bastard there, but I learned it from Anko Sensei." "Oh yeah, little Anko. Yeah, she trained from that bastard, didn't she?" And then frickin' when that was going on with that stuff there, they were getting pushed there. Naruto and Naruto were getting pushed. Technically, it was one of Naruto comes behind and tries to kick her and miss and stuff like that. Naruto comes behind and misses her also, but they use shadow clones, so poof, both of them disappeared. And she's like, "Wait, what?" And then technically, Narco's like, "Well, we have the power to do this there, but we need to get enough chakra there to actually get her and stuff like that." So technically, they're like, we have to do this there. We can't do the Rasengan without this there. So they are building up both of their chakras there. Technically, making a Rasengan, pretty big Rasengan, but not too big of a Rasengan. And then they both charge right at Tsunade. Tsunade was like, "Oh fuck." So she was trying to fend it off there with it. She's like, "Well, I can't do this there, but I might try." And then she freaking does with her finger, and then boom, like Tsunade still knocks out Naruto there. Naruto goes in the ground. Naruto flies in front of the wall there. She's like, "Oh shit." She was trying to heal up her finger there. She's like, "Oh fuck, this hurts and shit." She's like, "Damn, they did pretty well." And then she's like scolding Jiraiya there, saying, "Why you learn these brats of the Rasengan, Jiraiya?" and stuff like that. She's like, And then they're like, technically, why you learn these brats with the Rasengan gun and stuff like that? And Dry was like, well, technically, they did pretty well with the Rasengan gun there. Mostly getting out. Technically, even she's like, they didn't fully master. They had to work together and stuff like that. She said that to him. And then mostly Dry was like, well, they did pretty well with the Rasengan gun there. Mostly, if they can get this down there, they might master it pretty well. And then Tsunade, in the original story, says, well, if you don't complete that jutsu there, or if you complete that jutsu there, she told Naruto was saying, if you complete that jutsu there, you can actually, I can throw in my necklace and stuff like that. So technically her necklace there. If somebody's gonna complete the jutsu there and stuff like that, that's what she said there. That's what Tsunade said. And technically, when she said that, they're saying if you don't complete this jutsu there, by the end of the week there, I will keep all your, I will take all your money there. I will take all your like little froggies there. So, Naruto's froggy wallet, Naruto's froggy wallet. I think Naruto might actually have a froggy wallet there because I know Naruto actually has a froggy wallet. So I think Naruto has a little snake wallet. I'm just gonna say a little snake wallet because she taught by Anko. So, so yeah, that's what the what if ends. So next time we get into the Sonic fight. That's gonna be the next what if. So yep, that's from Chip. Comment, rate, responsive to this movie. If you like what movies, please subscribe and notification with some more uploads. Comment, responsive to this movie. Carry on. Out of peace.